All right, guys, we are here at the Fair of New Boston. We're gonna go check it out before the crowds get here. So they're still all the folks are getting here. The folks dressed in period garb. You're gonna love this. Let's go have a look real quick. So what you have to love is in every part of the Fair of New Boston, everybody is in 18th century dress. And living, they're living the same way. They're dressing, they're eating breakfast, literally just like they would in the 18th century. And right over here is an encampment, military headquarters over here. Absolutely awesome. Breakfast being made, the open fire. That's so cool. So here is the encampment. How you guys doing? Where are you guys from?
Around here.
Around here?
Yeah.
Nice.
A couple minutes down the road.
All right. A couple minutes down there. They slept here last night. And these guys take this completely serious. So if you're going to come out and see a period reenactment, this is the place to come to. Right here at the Fair of New Boston. Looks a little different than the last time we filmed. And then over here, a few more folks getting breakfast ready. What a time. Come out and have a look. Like some cornmeal being made over there. That's a nice breakfast. So there you go, Jimmy. What do you think about how the folks approach this?
Really pretty cool how they approach this out here. Is when they're in costume here, like if they came from their person, they learn about themselves as in costume. And like if they're from Boston or they're from Massachusetts or if they're just from down the road, that's who they'll be. They won't be the person that you know today as like I might know Chris Schultz as Chris Schultz. Well, today when you see him around here, you don't really call him Chris Schultz. He'll be in costume or whatever lieutenant colonel he is for the regiment. So it's pretty cool.
I think that's one of the most interesting things about the fair is everybody stays in character. They stay in character of the 18th century no matter what you ask them or talk about. That's all they refer to.
Yeah, and they won't deviate from it either. And it's kind of neat. It's kind of like being live on a set, but it's cool.
And here we have him right now. So
where's Josh?
Josh is not here yet. He's on his way.
Fine, how are you?
Good. So tell us.
Welcome to the Fair of New Boston.
Welcome to the Fair of New Boston.
Yep.
And who are you?
I am the major in command of all military forces at New Boston. So I'm the New Boston Military Command Officer.
New Boston Military Command
And that's
Officer
what
right here.
And we were telling people, like, when you see these people will be in character all weekend.
Yes.
And that's what they are.
So I do, normally as a fair master and the military chairperson, I dress the part, but I don't typically portray a first person character, simply because I have so many modern logistical issues to take care of.
Right.
So the association provides all the gunpowder to all the reenactors and all the cartridges that they use in their muskets. So I have to ensure that every commander on the field has inspected their troops' muskets to make sure they're safe and functional. I have to hand out cartridges for every military member on the field, whether they're militia, regular soldier, Native American, whatever role they fulfill on the battlefield, they get their cartridges issued from me directly so that we have everything safely done, and we ensure that nobody's going to accidentally launch projectiles at each other.
You get what you do is what they'll do then is they'll pretty much stay in characters of what they are.
Yes, they do that. Now I do portray first-person characters, so if you're lucky later on today, you may see George Washington on the field.
All right.
Oh, there we go. He might be out there.
No guarantees,
but it could happen. So
But
George
yeah.
Washington might be here today.
That'd be awesome. It'll be the first time in over 20 years that George Washington is on the field. But yeah, my first-person presentations do not typically take place at the Fair of New Boston because I help run it.
Because of what you have to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
So as the major in charge of all the military stuff, I get to lead the parade in the morning. That's kind of like the big thing.
The big thing.
Yay!
And then just making sure that all of my military force folks are comfortable and
Right.
having a good time. And we get everything squared away.
Well, we're
And here is the entryway to the Fair at New Boston. And again, it's set up like a trades fair would be in the 18th century. Very interesting, and everybody's already here. A lot of folks spend the night out here. They actually live the part, wake up in the morning, and just like they would in the 18th century. Ladies over here. And here is an overview of the fairgrounds.
This looks a little different than it did the last time.
Looks a little bit different, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, you see the kids down there playing on the fort already?
Yeah, I do.
They're having a blast.
Hey,
already.
they're keeping watch out.
They're keeping watch. Very cool. Folks getting everything set up. So we got a broom maker here, brooms and such. Very cool. The Boone Shoe Company, scarves and such in this tent right here. And every tent's just going to have a really great items for sale. Look at all the period clothing in here. There's hats. I'm dressed the part today. Jimmy, we should buy a hat.
I should.
Great period hats and clothing here, guys, that you can just come in and again participate. Medical Springs Road. And in here again, there's some sashes and jewelry over here. Spoon ring, a little bit of everything. Nice craft items over through here. How's it going, guys?
Good, good.
Now, do you make most of your stuff yourselves?
We do.
Perfect.
All the jewelry we make.
All the jewelry you make yourselves? Nice.
The weaving, my wife does, all that.
All the weaving as well. Very nice.
I've been here 31 years. I started in the Indian camp. You know, there's an Indian camp
Yeah.
there. And about 22 years ago, I saw a pretty girl walking around, and she was in a tent over there with her mom and dad. And I was riding a horse through the camp here, and I rode over and picked her up, and that was 22 years, and now she's here with me. You know, we met here.
You met here?
We met here
That's
22
perfect.
years ago, and she'd been here with her family for, you know, about 30 years or so. But this is a great festival, family friendly, a lot of entertainment. I was just talking to my friend the magician, who's got 3 shows a day. There's all kinds of, you can't get a hot dog and a Pepsi here. All the food is 18th century, and that whole back line is full of food vendors.
Wow.
You can get peaches and cream and chicken noodle soup and all kinds of stuff, you know, but we
Yeah.
try to keep everything historically correct, you know, for a time period from like 1790 to 1812 or something like that. And you can ask questions. You might see a beggar walking around. You might see a man with a rat in a cage and wonder, what is he? Well, he's, you know, cleaning all the rats out of here, which are, you know, but everybody has a story, you know.
That's
and,
awesome. So what's your story?
My story, I'm a native trader. I'm part native. I'm mixed. My mother's white. In real life, my mother's white. My father's native. And like I say, I used to be in the Indian camp and I built a wigwam, but
Right.
now and sleep on the ground. Well, now I got a rope bed or something back here, you know. But I'm from a nation of people you've never heard of before. My dad's people are from the state of Virginia, and we're referred to as Melungeon. And we're not famous for anything, you know. I'm probably about the most famous one there is. There's probably only 40 or 50 of us left of that particular tribe. But now I've kind of taken on a persona of a part white guy, part Indian guy, to spend a lot of time with the natives, and I know their culture, but then I'm also a European enough to know how to make silver, you know, make jewelry, like all this kind of stuff, and all the stuff on the boards. That's all handmade. Starts out as a flat piece of metal, and it's all hand sawn and hand polished and hand engraved, the way it was done in the 18th century. And it was a big deal for a lot of natives. Were pretty well decorated with trade silver, and that's what was called trade. We would trade hides, deer hides, for this stuff.
Yeah.
And you think, deer hides? What in the world? Why deer hides? If those hides could make it all the way back to Europe, they could felt those hides, tan those hides, and felt those hides, and make hats.
Okay.
Every man in Europe wanted a beaver hat or a deer hide hat. and they didn't have that in Europe. I mean,
Right.
you couldn't go in the woods and shoot a deer, and you didn't own the deer. The crown owned all the deer. You know, if you
Yes.
wanted that, you had to pay taxes to a hunter who, you know, collected that stuff. You know, but here we're eating deer and beaver and buffalo and all kinds of stuff, and we got piles of that. And here the trader comes, and he's got guns, he's got tomahawks, he's got this, he's got alcohol, he's got coffee, sugar, and that's why it was called trade silver.
Yeah.
We would trade for this, we would trade those hides and get cool stuff.
And what's your favorite piece that you make?
I make a lot of earrings.
So you like the earrings
this
like these?
stuff,
Okay.
You know, like what's on the board
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
That was traded a lot, and it's, you know, when people come through, you know, a lot of women wear earrings, and
Right.
and you know, some of them are historically represented as things that the designs were not my designs. My designs are ones that were pieces in museums and whatever, and I reproduce
Okay.
those
Nice.
particular items.
Well, thanks for talking to
Oh,
us.
you bet. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're here.
And here's some of the traditional designs that has been made.
Bad. And when we set that,
Here's some more.
normally it takes us an hour and a half
Very cool.
to set up our house.
Here's some more JS gear. How's it going today, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you got glass?
We do. Phil Gilson's the glass artisan that blows the glass.
Yeah.
We have an example of one of the bottles that was dug under George Washington's Mount Vernon this past spring, where they found cherries and cherry bounce still in the bottles.
Wow.
So Phil's reproduced a copy of one of the
This one right
bottles
here.
that he's dug, and we're taking orders for those.
Very
We'll have
cool.
a production run in a month or so. I think when his weather moderates a little bit.
Yeah. When it cools off a little, it's been hot around here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Oh, you guys, this looks great. It
thank
looks
you.
really, really great in here.
My wife does the leather work, and I do horns, and we collaborate on the leather covered trunks.
Okay. I love the hide trunks. Those are awesome.
Thank you. Open them up and look.
We'll look inside the hide trunks over here, Silka.
We'll probably go back. Oh, wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Actually, we own the.
Oh, do
So
you?
we're doing this as a promotion for the Fair in Boston.
Isn't that very nice? There you go.
The original box there on the left, on the inside it's lined with a newspaper from Philadelphia. The lid's not even attached.
Oh,
And
oh, there we go.
the title page is visible, and the print date on the newspaper was November 9th, 1811.
1811. Okay.
Oh,
There's something like that.
that's impressive.
Very cool. 1811. Silka, you might be able to buy that one from him.
Oh, that was
That's the one that looks interesting.
yes.
All right. Well, thanks for letting us talk to you.
Thank you.
And throughout the entire fair, you're going to just see more vendors selling homemade goods, handcrafted items. And again, we're out here. We're about an hour before the fair actually opens up to the public. We wanted to get you guys an inside look of what this is actually going to look like. And when they get going here, they're going to have 30,000 people that pass through here. Here's some musicians over here getting ready to go, Jimmy.
Yeah, I see the band's going to play.
The band is here.
That's the band before the band.
The band before the band. I love it.
All you see is what it was.
So everybody here, again, to be on the premises outside of Byrne Brother Antiques, are dressed in period clothing for the most part. Very nice. And we got music going on this side. A one-man band right here. Morning, guys.
Morning.
What an experience. Here's the copper and tin maker right here. Look at the old punch tin lanterns. All handmade. Pretty cool. Blacksmith's going to be making iron. Very cool. Morning.
You already missed breakfast being good.
I missed breakfast? Man, we're late.
That's quite the cook stove.
Just cleaning up. Yes. Got to get it cleaned back up.
Ham and eggs, scrambled eggs.
Ham and scrambled eggs. Nice. Very cool. Now that is one way to heat up the coal. The big bellows on wheels. Very cool. For the blacksmith to get at it. Water buckets ready to go. Yeah, you had that one?
Yeah, I had that one right there. I sold it at my yard sale.
At your yard sale. Nice. He probably bought it. And in this corner, we have the livery over here with some horses. Set and ready to go. And everybody's still working on breakfast, it looks like. And up here in the corner, we have the Hickory Ordinary. Lemonade, tea, beer, dark beer. Pretty cool. Another little overview of the encampment happening. Here's the fort. Awesome canoe. Look at all the pelts. The ACH Trade Company right here.
Devote the whole weekend to this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these horses in the livery down here.
Now, if you guys remember last week we came through here and there was no one here. Yep. And now we're back in 18th century times.
Good morning.
Morning. What's for breakfast today?
Omelets, French toast, cherry cobbler,
Nice.
and bacon.
And bacon. Awesome.
Bacon. We're
Gotta have
roughing it
bacon.
back here.
Everybody's got to have bacon. Very cool. All the horses going on.
Scramble's fun.
Gotta love these beauties here.
Don't tell her that. She'll get a complex.
She'll get a complex? I love it. What's interesting is we are now going through the trails to the encampment over here. Here's another camp set up. We got the fire going. Breakfast is over here. And here's another trader set up and ready to go.
So the pressure is off the nerves. So the
Breakfast being
the
made.
issue that they went in to fix appears.
Another tent full of goodies here. Shoes of all sorts, clothes, iron.
Good morning.
And here's the Cheapside where Jimmy was performing last week. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Very interesting. What are they roasting here, Jimmy? Drying out the corn for trades and such. And up here we have the cannons. Morning, guys.
Morning.
Very cool.
I don't know if Mark's actually going to be firing this morning. Morning.
Man, everything is so accurate. The way the camping is, the setups. Now we're over here behind the cannons.
Oh, you would take them all?
Very cool.
You said yes.
Very interesting. Just every direction we go. Morning.
Howdy.
Hi.
The checked shirt that I had on earlier.
Very cool. Every direction we go, everybody in full costume. If you remember, they told us there's going to be around 30,000 people that show up here for the next 2 days here at the Fair of New Boston. So if this is not on your scheduled trip, you need to get it planned for next year for sure. And it happens Labor what weekend every year? Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend every year. One of the best in the country. Reenactment fairs, trade fairs, and yeah, we're right here by the cannons.
This is awesome.
It's a great thing.
It is awesome.
Pretty crazy. Cannon's getting pointed at Josh. I like that. Josh, you gotta catch that ball when he shoots.
Yep. They don't come out very fast. They're only about 1,300 feet a second.
Only 1,300 feet per second. You can do that. And the fair is opening right now, opening ceremonies. The folks are just going over the hill for the first time. Pretty cool. Good crowd showing up. Slight rain, not too hateful. A little bit of thunder, but that's not stopping anybody from coming in. This place is crazy exciting. And here they come. They're getting their muskets ready over here, practicing the commands. Currently, the opening ceremonies are happening underneath the big beer tent or food tent over here in the corner. There's a horse over here having fun.
I got on fastness.
There we go, Scout. Be careful with that. The main parade is getting back to the gathering point, and the flag's getting ready to be raised. The flag's been handed off.
Up for you.
We're just getting back to the main spot over here.
Yes, please.
That's pretty cool.
Of the fair in New Boston for the opening ceremony.
This year's fair at New Boston. Before we begin our opening ceremonies, I would like to turn over the stage to Pastor John, who has to address.
They're from Arizona,
Oh,
so that's why they're going to help us
that's wonderful.
do the flag.
Awesome.
What part of Arizona?
We're still in the opening ceremony process here. They're introducing all of their trades and what they're selling. Flag is going up. The cannoneers are getting ready to launch.
Fire!
Oh, that was cool. And it is officially open. The flag is at the top of the pole. And Jimmy's next. And the cannon smoke is still coming off from the last fire. They're reloading right now.
They said that was a job that took 15 men to do during an actual battle. Because it would blow the cannon back so far, it would take the 10 of them to roll it back up, and the other 5 were getting ready to
launch it again. That's so cool. So Jimmy is our honorary commander. He's stepping over the road. He's going to command the gun. I don't know how he's going to do this here. It's going to be interesting to see. Give him a good and sweaty hat. You got to put the right hat on. I love it.
Take yours, Jimmy.
Jimmy, this looks like you were yesterday.
A little bit different time here.
Left hand. All right. So
He's getting his
the sword.
honorary sword on right now.
It's hard. This goes around the neck. Now you can pull the sword with your left hand. With my left. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. Come on.
Dan's over here. That's fun. Dan's one of our customers at the Antique Center too.
First command.
In the full robe as well. Jimmy's getting his directions on how to do this. Very interesting.
Man out the piece!
But I haven't done it really since. Remove the apron and the tompion. Right.
Remove the apron and the tompion.
Jimmy is in full command of the cannon right now.
Search the piece.
That's going to be one of those relearning courses. Yeah.
Sponge the piece.
Advance the cartridge.
Advance the cartridge.
Handle the cartridge.
Handle the cartridge.
Load.
Load.
Ram home the cartridge.
Ram home the cartridge.
Prick and prime.
Prick and prime.
Advance the linstock.
Advance the linstock.
Now we've got to take a look to make sure nobody's around. Okay, keep your arms high. Raise your sword and yell, "Make ready."
Make ready.
Drop the sword and yell, "Fire."
Fire.
Tend the vent.
Tend the vent.
Oh, is it so bad?
Search the beach.
Search the beach.
Wow. Well, that was loud. That is so wild. Smoke flying.
You know we're going to hear Jimmy brag about
Oh,
this
I
for
know.
the next 20
Okay,
years.
who's next?
Yeah,
I forget like
that's so fun. And there is Jimmy just wrapping up his time here in the Revolutionary era.
Did you want to do it? Man, I can't.
Jimmy, we can't top you. You've won. You're the guy.
Sponge the beach.
He forgot a command. That's awesome. Jimmy's getting congratulations over here.
command the cannon we've had that we could hear on the gun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Usually we cannot hear him, and it's like, what do you say? You did it right.
He did it right. I love it.
My sword.
Oh, that's funny. They're all getting back over here. I think they're going to do it again already. That's so awesome. Okay, so how was that experience?
It was good. It was awesome. Actually, the guy that's manning the cannons, he said that was, I'm going to brag, that was the best one they've ever had.
I doubt it not.
No, I don't have any doubt.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
fun. That's fun.
It was good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I could do that again.
Next year, Jimmy's going to be here in full uniform.
This will, this will have to be an event every year. We're firing the cannon.
I love it. So something else here, you can get all fresh food of the period. Right here is homemade bread with different jams. Vanilla ice cream right here. That's pretty cool. Strawberry toppings. Which one's your favorite to eat? Doesn't know. I love it.
Like the strawberries or?
Strawberries the best?
Yeah.
I would guess so.
Okay.
So here's some raspberries with cream, freshly poured. Peaches and pound cake. That looks good. Chicken and noodles as well, guys. So these guys here are selling pork chops, and you gotta love their little sign. Money is the root of all evil. Cleanse yourself here. Buy a pork chop. Gotta love it. Ginger cakes over here.
Separate out.
What kind of ginger cakes do you have?
I'll show you. The best kind.
The best kind. Oh,
Look at that.
Look at that,
Here,
Silka.
we'll get
Oh, you gotta get a
Authentic.
couple of those.
Authentic recipe from the
There you go.
1600s.
Ham on a biscuit right here, guys. Homemade. Good. How y'all doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah. What's ham on a biscuit? What is that?
So it's a homemade biscuit,
Mm-hmm.
and then we take our ham that's roasted over the fire,
Yeah.
and you put it on the biscuit, and then you can put mustard on
Oh,
it.
that sounds awesome.
We also have bean soup with ham and corn chowder, which is a little bit sweeter, but it's really good. It's also a vegetarian.
And there's the fresh ham being cooked right now. Elk burger, there you go. Never tried an elk burger before. That sounds interesting. How's it going today, guys?
It's going wonderful.
So elk burger, you guys make that yourselves, I'm assuming, right?
Well, it's we source it out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. It's no GMOs, no hormones, nothing like that. Completely natural, grass-fed meat. It's nice and mild.
Nice.
Not gamey like you would expect from a wild deer because it's not out there eating nuts and
Okay.
and stuff.
YouTube or Facebook Live?
YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
There we go. Okay, right now we're all having the drunken mushrooms. What do you guys think?
They're delicious. They're delicious.
That's pretty good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I could have went back just to have these.
Silka's getting it ready right now.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And then check this out. Back here in the background, fresh peaches being cut up. Like the choir's getting ready to sing over here. Well, guys, that was Silka's getting dinner still. That was our time here at the Fair of New Boston opening. Again, this thing happens every year, same weekend. So if you can't come this year, for sure, come out next year and visit these guys. Jimmy got to light the cannon off. It was so cool. And man, they let us in early and film and get some behind the scenes stuff here. So again, we thank everybody here at the Fair of New Boston for letting Burner Brother Antiques come in. Do some filming and shoot the cannon. So blessings out there, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. We'd love to see you again. Watch tomorrow.